Hey, it's James Raby. We have to say something here, but I don't want to say much. Thanks for listening to the Y105 FM Early Morning Show, Radio On Demand podcast. Love you. Best of the show.
So I got a text yesterday after Diana, my girlfriend who lives on a farm near Fairmont, was listening and heard me say something about awkward shopping. And she says to me by text, am I going to regret taking you bra shopping on Saturday? I said, no, I don't think you will. Hi, it's James Raby. It's Y105 FM's Early Morning Show, and something awkward happened to me while I was shopping with my sweetie pie on Saturday. I needed a funnel from the kitchen department, and she wanted to buy a bra, so we parked in a weirdly empty lot for a Saturday, made our way into Kohl's. And I'm still not used to that Sephora entrance. It's like, it's just so fancy looking. Anyway, I'm 99% sure I won't find what I want because that's my experience with Kohl's. We don't find the funnel in the kitchen section. Surprise! So we head over to the bras, and I'm right there with her. She's trying to find her favorite brand. And I'm not sure if it's the brand name or the line of the brand, and I don't think she's quite sure either. So we're just kind of looking all over. And by looking all over, I mean I'm just hanging out with her. Like detectives on the hunt in the case of the outrageous prices because, holy crap, $50 for a bra. So we're looking. She tells me the name, so I start looking more diligently, like with more time spent actually checking out the bras, the labels, that kind of thing. I don't know why I looked up, but I did, and this woman was staring at me. Little older woman, I think she was giving me the stink eye, honestly. I moved to another area, and Detective Boobs O'Raby tracking down the leads. I moved some bras aside to check the label. I sneak a little peek. Yep, she's still there. And she's still looking at me, and I am certain now that's the stink eye she's giving me. Don't think I don't know what a stink eye is. I know it. I am well learned in the land of the stink eye. I get it from friends and frenemies alike. So I move toward Diana, and she's like, "What's the report, Detective B.O. Raby?" I see what she did there, B.O. Raby. Well, I showered. Back off. Anyway, I tell her, no luck finding codename Olga or Helga, some kind of sturdy name like that associated with the Boostenholters. And I said, don't look now, but I'm getting the stink eye from a lady over there. No, don't look now. Okay, look. She's not even looking at you. She is. Well, you're a guy in the bra section looking at labels. Maybe she thinks you're trouble waiting to happen. Well, again, joke's on her. Trouble is my middle name. And so I look, and she's done with the stink eye. She's coming up to me. And she looks like she's going to go all medieval on me, right? She's coming over, I say. And Diana says, And I says, I know she's coming over. I can see I have eyes. What do we do? I don't need her to cut me. She's not going to cut you. What if she does? She's not going to cut you. Well, they might. And she says, people only cut other people in their sleep. That's what you say, right? Oh, right. I do say that. All the time. I'm going to cut you in your sleep. Right. Okay. So the lady's almost up to us and she starts talking and, for crying out loud, it's already, 7:15 already? Dang it. I've been talking too long. I got to take a break, but give me about 12 minutes and I'll tell you what she said. Because when that lady came up to us, I was like, I don't want a confrontation in Kohl's. But what she said made Diana laugh so loud. I think she choked on some spit. So I'll tell you the rest of that story in about 12 minutes. It's time to continue with the awkward shopping story on the Y105 FM Early Morning Show, also known as the day I was bra shopping with Diana, my sweetie pie. Thanks for listening to the Y105 FM Early Morning Show, by the way. And if you have an awkward shopping story, I would love to hear it. Just call 507-292-1053. To recap, I was at Kohl's with Diana. She was bra shopping, and I was helping her find a certain brand. So I was looking through the racks with a purpose. And I kept getting the stink eye from this older lady that was there. We go through the whole thing, the whole department, right? And this lady starts coming over to me, and I told Diana, I do not want to have a confrontation with this lady. Oh, she's not going to be mean. She's going to cut me. She's not going to cut you. Stuff like that, right? Well, we're keyed up because I've been getting the stink eye from her, and also my blood sugar's a little low, so I'm in a mood. Right? And I don't want a confrontation, but if it happens, I'm not running away from it. Right? So she runs up to us practically. First thing she says, "You're James Raby." Like super loud. Right? And so I'm like, I can't have a big fuss now. I've been found out. All right. Well, okay. But I'm still freaking out here. I said, I am James Raby. She reaches into her gigantic purse and says, my son's a musician. You should play his music on the radio. Just pushes a cassette at me with her son's name and stuff on it and takes off. Not even a goodbye. Diana busts out laughing so hard, I think she's going to choke on some spit. She's like, just laugh. It was very, very funny. But that was it. I was getting the stink eye the whole time because she was just a little afraid of approaching me and giving me her son's music on a cassette. Are the kids using cassettes again? That's kind of cool.
If you're a Michael Bublé fan, it's the best of the show.
It's the Y105 FM early morning show.
My best hug is my son-in-law. That boy, the first time I ever met him, I thought my innards were going to pop out of my eyes. The boy hugs the best hugs on the planet. When I met his mother, she is the same way. He is just a fan. They're just a family of huggers. It's just beautiful.
You know, I love hugging, but I get worried because I kind of get involved in it too. It's like, oh, I just think you're so great.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always worried I'm going to break someone's back.
Yep. And he's a strong boy too. He's got arms on him, so he lets you know it.
Does he live in the area?
He lives up in the cities.
Oh,
yep, they live up there.
So you get his hugs regularly then?
Oh, my gosh. Yep. You want to crack your back, you call him, and he'll take care of it for you.
That is fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing with me this morning.
Yeah.
Take care.
Hi, I want to tell you hi from my bestie, who is your new bestie, too, Patty.
Oh, yeah.
She's my bestie, and so she always tells me all the things she wins from you.
Oh, that is so great. Give her a hug for me, will you?
I will. Thanks for always making her day, too.
It's the Y105 FM early morning show.
This is the best.
Weekday mornings on Y105. Leaving a child in a hot vehicle can lead...
Best of the show.
It's the Y105 FM early morning show.
Today is International Lawyers Day, so of course we have lawyer jokes. Hi, it's James Raby on Y105 FM's early morning show. An attorney was working late one night in his office when suddenly Satan appeared before him. The devil made an offer. I will make it so you win every case that you try for the rest of your life. Your clients will worship you. Your colleagues will be in awe, and you will make enormous amounts of money. But in return, you must give me your soul, your wife's soul, the souls of your children, your parents, grandparents, and those of all your friends. The lawyer thought about it for a minute, then asked, but what's the catch? Molly, go ahead.
What do you call a priest who becomes a lawyer?
I don't know. What do you call a priest who becomes a lawyer?
A father-in-law.
A man was sent to hell for his sins. As he was being led into the pits for an eternity of torment, he saw a lawyer passionately kissing a beautiful woman. What a joke, he said. I have to roast in flames for all eternity, and that attorney gets to spend it with the beautiful woman? Satan jabbed the man with his pitchfork and snarled, Who are you to question that woman's punishment? And now you, Abby.
What's the difference between a vulture and a lawyer?
I don't know. What is the difference between a vulture and a lawyer?
A vulture doesn't take his wingtips off at night.
As a lawyer woke up in the hospital after surgery, he asked, Why are the blinds drawn in here? The nurse answered, There's a fire across the street, and we didn't want you to think the operation had been a failure. Thank you so much for listening. It's Y105 FM's early morning show. And a quick note, you know, all of us make lawyer jokes, but who's the first person we're going to call if we're in legal trouble? Exactly. So thank you for being attorneys, lawyers. Well, if there's a difference between those two terms, I don't know it.
It's the Y105 FM early morning show.
This is the best.
Weekday mornings on Y105 FM.
Snoring, dry mouth, morning headaches.
High temperatures working up into the mid-70s for today. We'll see lots of sunshine. Left northwest winds at 5 to 15. Then for tonight, mostly clear skies, lows in the upper 50s. Wednesday, still lots of sunshine in store, a high of 81. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Michael Carroll.
This is Rochester's Best Variety on Y105 FM.
Of the show.
It's the Y105 FM early morning show.
I'm James Raby, and this is an amazing TikTok about what a gal made a guy do in order for her to take him back after he cheated on her.
I told the guy that I would continue to see him, but he would have to pay for my nose job that I really wanted because he caused me to have insecurities, and also I didn't want my time to be wasted. Because what if he cheats on me again, you know? So here's the proof that I actually did get one. Yeah, and he ended up cheating on me again, so was it worth it? Yeah, it was.
I love that game. I would never partake in that game because my heart is too tender. But I totally appreciate it. She got cheated on, and she knew he was a cheater. I am certain of this. So she said, yeah, you love me? Oh, baby, I love you. I'll do anything if you take me back. Because the cheater wants to be seen as a good person, right? No, baby, it was just a one-time thing, just a mistake. Oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, baby. And so then she says, yeah, I want a nose job. Okay, baby, you'll see. I love you so much. I will never cheat on you again. Knowing full well he's going to cheat on her again. And she knew that too, and she got a nose job out of it. That is super impressive. Now, Allie, you got a friend. What'd your friend make her husband do when he got caught cheating?
Her name was Tammy. This was about 15, 20 years ago. And she caught her old man cheating, and he's like, I'll do anything. I swear, I'll go to counseling. I'll do anything you need, anything you want. I'll do anything. She sat down and she thought about it. She goes, okay, I want a trip. And he's like, okay, where do you want to go? She goes, it doesn't matter. I just want a trip. And she's like, well, I can do that. That's not a problem. She goes, no, the catch is you have to go in the nude through the mall to the travel agency, order our tickets, and walk back out. So he politely said, okay, and did that. As he was coming back out of the mall, he met the police department, who automatically wanted to arrest him for indecent exposure and turned around and gave him a $150 ticket for indecent exposure instead of jail time. They stayed together, and she helped pay for the fine because she didn't want him to pay for it all by himself. So she helped pay for the fine, and they went on, I believe they went overseas to France or to Spain or somewhere.
You know what? Good for them. I'm not gonna cast aspersions on them. I'm not gonna wish poor luck on them because that's not a good thing to do. I learned that from my former coworker at Shenanigans, Scotty. He was like, don't wish bad luck on people's marriages. It's like, you know what? You're absolutely right, dude. Bad on me. However, I will say, Caleb, he left a message on the Y105 FM app just now with one of the hardest luck stories about, and this is exactly why I could never try and make this kind of deal, trade something to forgive them.
It's kind of the flip side of the coin because my girlfriend cheated on me, and I bought her a house and thought that would fix things, and that didn't. So I turned around and bought her a car. That didn't fix things either. Once a cheater, always a cheater, and you're not going to buy anybody. You can't buy happiness. You can buy toys to make you happy, but you can't buy people. Well, she went to prison. I sold the house. Well, actually, I lease out the house because I paid cash for all of it, but and then her car sits in my garage. I haven't drove it in about 4 years.
Oh, man, that is hard stuff. Caleb left that message, by the way, on the Y105 FM app, and he did it just by going to our app and hitting the little microphone. It lets you leave a message, boop, just like that.
It's the Y105 FM early morning show.
This is the best.
Weekday mornings on Y105.
Of the show.
It's the Y105 FM early morning show.
Louise, thanks for calling the Y105 FM early morning show. What did you buy that you didn't tell your spouse about?
I bought a jet ski one time and he didn't know. So my son went back there with me to go get the jet ski. And my little one was only 6 at the time, and he said he wouldn't go back because Dad would be mad that I got the jet ski. And I got the jet ski and brought it back, and then he knew because he was home when I brought it back.
And was he angry, or did he love it?
He loved it, and he bought another one, so we had 2.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations on an awesome purchase. It's Y105 FM's early morning show with James Raby. This morning before work, I was listening to an interview that was about financial fidelity among couples and how one of the biggest things couples have trouble with is big purchases. Do they tell each other about their big purchases beforehand and talk about it, or is it after? And a lot of people do it after. And so I was curious, what did you buy that you had to tell your sweetie pie about? Dee Dee, what did you buy that you didn't tell your sweetie pie about?
I bought a whole herd of goats.
You bought goats? Why did you buy goats?
I got to thinking, man, you know what would be awesome if I had a whole herd? I didn't really mention to my husband how much this would cost.
And I'm like, he doesn't go out there anyways. He's not going to notice how many goats there are.
He's not going to notice how many goats you have. Okay. All right. Well, how many goats do you have now?
I now have, let me see, how many does do I have now? 4 does, 1 buck, and I think 3 out of my 4 does are pregnant now.
It's the Y105 FM early morning show.
This is the best.
Weekday mornings on Y105 FM.
If you're a Michael Bublé fan, sit down. The best of the show.
It's the Y105 FM early morning show.
From Family Service Rochester, Marianne Sanchez and Ashley Dowis joining me for a rousing round of Stop Calling Me That on the Y105 FM early morning show. They have 60 seconds to get the contestant, Jade, to say, stop calling me that. On your mark, get set, go.
Good morning, my schmoopy poopy pie.
How are you doing, schmoopy poopy pie?
Happy Friday Eve, schmoopy poopy pie. Did you know you're my favorite schmoopy poopy pie in the whole wide world?
Is it schmoopy poopy pie?
No. You're our schmoopy poopy pie.
That's the best thing about you, Jade. You're a schmoopy poopy pie.
You're my schmoopy poopy pie?
Jade.
I stink at these things. I'm not even going to lie.
Do you like being called schmoopy poopy pie?
Sure.
Are you sure? You like
you
being
sure?
called schmoopy poopy
You
pie?
don't want us to stop
calling you schmoopy poopy pie.
Please stop calling me schmoopy poopy pie.
Yes! Right down at the wire. The game is called Stop Calling Me That, and you got close enough. With 2 seconds to spare. Congratulations.
Come in clutch, Jade.
What do you do at Family Service Rochester?
I am one of the clinical supervisors. I run the community-based program, so I get to partner with great community entities to provide therapeutic services in-house.
Awesome. Fantastic. Well, thanks for joining us on the show this morning. If they do not deliver to you,
I will hold them accountable.
All right. Thank you. That's very important in life, isn't it?
It's the Y105 FM early morning show.
This is the best.
Weekday mornings on Y105.
Hey, it's James Raby. Thank you so much for listening to the Y105 FM Early Morning Show Radio On Demand podcast. I hope you'll subscribe and tune in Monday through Friday between 6 and 10 for more fun than you can shake a stick at.